Hello everyone, it's Meg. Welcome to a new video. Today we are going to be going through my summer TBR, and I'm actually filming this a little bit early. I'm filming this like at the end of April. However, this is going to go up as like my first June video, and I know what I'm going to do and I'm really excited for this summer TBR. And like I've said in previous TBR videos, I don't do monthly ones because I just don't read enough to do monthly TBRs. As much as I would love to, I unfortunately do not read enough. So I set myself like seasonal ones instead, which is nice because I feel like certain seasons definitely have different vibes of books, you know? So I have 8 books that are going to be on my summer TBR. Obviously if I can get through all of them and even more books that are not on this list, that'd be amazing. But if not, then that's okay. I did really well with my spring TBR. I'm nearly finishing it from when I'm filming this video. Very proud of myself, and I have enjoyed the books that I have read from that. So I'm really excited to talk to you guys about my summer TBR. I'm very, very excited to read it, or read all of the books. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm going to firstly talk about 2 books that are currently on pre-order that I am definitely going to get to over summer because they are definitely summer reads to me. So the first one is My Friends by Frederick Backman. This comes out on the 19th of June, and I've never read a book by Frederick Backman before. I've heard all about him, I've heard how good his books are. They've just never appealed to me personally, however this one does. And from what I can remember, this is about this woman, and I think this is actually a dual timeline, and she discovers this painting of 3 friends, I think it's 3 friends on a pier overlooking like a lake or the sea or something like that, and she's very curious about who these people are. So she basically goes on a road trip to the place where the painting was painted and to find these people and to learn about them. So I think it's kind of a dual timeline between like the current like the current time, and also the time that the painting was painted, which I think was like 20 years prior to the current timeline. And it just sounds fun. It's got obviously themes of friendship and art in it, which are 2 of my like main like themes when it comes to books that I love to read about. And this book definitely just gives off summer vibes to me. I don't know why. I feel like, you know, friends and youth and being on a pier by the water, that just is the like some of the epitomes of summer to me. So I will definitely be getting to this summer, and I'm so excited for it to come out. And the other pre-order that I am currently waiting for is Make a Scene by Laura Wood. I think this comes out on the 3rd of July, which is the week before my birthday, which is very exciting. This is Laura's 2nd adult romance, and I loved her first adult romance. You guys all know I'm a fan of hers. I will be doing a vlog for this book when it comes out. But I don't know too much about the synopsis for this. I think it's about our main character, and she is actually a small side character in Under Your Spell, which is Laura's first adult book. And I think it's about her and a romance with this other actor. It's set in Hollywood, it's a dual timeline, it's a second chance romance. I think it's like an enemies to lovers, it's kind of all that sort of thing. And I know it's going to be great. I've heard good things about it already from the people who have been receiving ARCs. And yeah, I just love it. I haven't actually pre-ordered it yet because I'm waiting for somebody to release signed copies so then I can buy one. If not, I'll just, you know, buy it in a shop as normal. But yeah, I'm hoping that there will be like signed copies. That would be absolutely phenomenal. So this is one that I'll definitely be getting to, and like I said, I will be doing a vlog reading this book when it comes out. And now let's get on to the physical books that I am going to read that I have with me now. So I have a poetry collection. I'm trying to include a poetry collection, like, or read at least 1 poetry collection each like season for my seasonal TBRs. So the one that I've chosen for summer is A Night Sky with Exit Wounds by Ocean Vuong. I've heard so many good things about Ocean Vuong and his writing, and I believe this is his, I think this is his debut poetry collection. I'm not quite sure. But I've heard so many good things. He is a very beloved author here on like BookTube and in the community in general, and yeah, I've just never read anything by him. So I picked this up in a book shopping video that I did earlier this year. I will try and remember to leave that in the description if you want to go and check that out. Next we have the final revival of Opal and Nev by Dawnie Walton. And I got this a couple of years ago in a advent calendar that I got, and to me this is giving like Daisy Jones and the Six vibes. I think it's about this like band and they make it really big and then they break up, and then it's like they get to be interviewed like years later, and you kind of find out what happens and what happened to the band. It looks like it's also in interview format as well. So yeah, I've heard good things about this from, I haven't heard many things about it, but I have heard good things from what I have. And this was also longlisted for the Women's Prize of Fiction in 2022, which is very exciting. So yeah, I'm really intrigued to read this. I love books that are like, I think this is historical fiction at any rate. But you know, books that are about like, you know, bands and you know, kind of like their history and all that sort of thing. Like Daisy Jones vibes. If it's a Daisy Jones vibes, I'm absolutely here for it. Then we have a manga series, and I'm very excited to read this series, which is Skip and Loafer. And I watched the anime for this, I think earlier this year, and I absolutely adored it. I found it very refreshing, especially the main character compared to a lot of like slice of life kind of manga. I really loved it, so obviously like I want to read the manga. I only have the first volume at the moment. I think I'm going to buy myself the entire set, like all of the volumes for my birthday. But yeah, this is a really fun story about our main character, whose name I can't remember. So Mitsumi comes from a very small like village, and she ends up going to secondary school in Tokyo, I believe, and obviously going from like small town to a big city, very big change. And it's about her like making friends and forming like relationships and kind of growing as a person. It's a very fun story, and obviously I don't know all of it because there's only one season of the anime. But yeah, I'm really excited to dive into this. I'm really intrigued to kind of, you know, carry on with the story and kind of seeing what happens, what hasn't been adapted into an anime yet. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Next we have Mongrel by Hanako Footman. I have been looking forward to reading this book for ages, and I was contemplating reading it this summer. It might be one of the first books, maybe, we'll see. It depends on how I feel, but at the moment this is one of the books I want to pick up the most, or like first out of this list. I don't know much about it. It says, shifting between three narratives, Mongrel reveals a tangled web of desire, isolation, belonging, and ultimately hope. So it seems like it is about our three characters, Mei, Yuki, and Haruka, and from what I gather, I'm assuming it's like a multiple perspective, and somehow their stories become intertwined. That's what I'm assuming at any rate. I don't want to go in too much, kind of like knowing what it's about, but I have heard good things from what I have heard from other people. So yeah, like I said, this is one of my like top books that I want to get to first, I think, on this list. Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. This is going to be my first Ali Hazelwood book. And I'm intrigued to see what I think, to be honest with you, because I haven't been drawn to her other books, just in terms of like the synopsis. Just doesn't seem like my cup of tea. I mean, I'm sure I'd enjoy it, but it's never really up my street, and I'm not really a person who like romance is like the main plot. I tend to like it as a side plot, which is probably why again I haven't picked up her books. However, this book is about two competitive swimmers, and that just drew me in, and it also seems like a very like summery kind of book. This did actually come out in February, but I wanted to save it for the summer because again, swimming, summer, like the vibes. So yeah, I don't know much about it. I think it's just about two like competitive swimmers. One's a diver and one's a swimmer, and they have a romance. I don't really know more than that, to be honest with you. But I am, like I said, intrigued to see what I think. From what I have heard, I've heard good things about this book so far. So yeah, we're gonna read it. I'm going on holiday in July, so I don't know, I might take this with me. We'll see what happens, see how the land lies. But I am really looking forward to this, especially since I've been saving it, obviously, since it came out in February. And lastly, we have My Name is Marmee by Jessica George. And I must admit, the main reason why I chose this for my summer TBR is because the cover is like bright yellow, and that obviously just screams summer. But I feel like this is going to be quite a fun, like heartfelt kind of novel, and I feel like that's just like a nice like summer vibe, you know. I don't actually know much about this book. Again, it says in the back, meet Maddie Wright. She wants to wear a bright yellow suit. She wants to date men who her mother wouldn't like. She wants to stand up to her boss once and for all. She wants to know why her father can't tell her he loves her. She wants to stop Googling every life choice she makes. But will the world let her? This is a story of heartbreak, friendship, and breaking the rules. It's a book that will leave you feeling braver than you were when you started. I feel like that last bit's really like nice, like feeling braver after reading this book when you started. I feel that's a really nice sentiment to kind of capture this book. And I know that Kat read this book when it first came out. I think she got an arc of it even, and she really, really loved it. So that's definitely made me want to pick this up more. And I said, I'm really intrigued. And I'm really hoping I love it as well. So those are all the books that are on my summer TBR. I feel like I've got a good TBR, to be honest with you, like a especially good one. I feel like summer definitely brings the vibes when it comes to reading. Hopefully be able to sit outside in the sun. It has actually been really nice weather this week. It's been like in the like early, possibly mid-20s, which is very hot for spring. So not quite summer. I'm not quite ready for summer yet, to be honest with you. But I will definitely be ready for summer when it comes around, and I can read all of these stunning books. Let me know in the comments if you have read any of these books, which ones you think I should read first even, and let me know books that you like to read during summer, or some books that are on your summer TBR. I would love to know, as always. And if you got to this part of the video, comment a sun emoji down in the comments, because I would like to think that the sun will shine more in the summer. We will see. This is England after all, so we might not get that much sun, but you know, we can always be hopeful. So maybe if you guys share all of your sun emojis in the comments, it might encourage the sun to come out a little bit more. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. I will leave the links to my social media in the description down below if you would like to see more bookish content that you will not find on this channel. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you again very soon. Bye guys!